Welcome back. You're watching Overdrive, and no, I wasn't kidding before the break. I am in Abu Dhabi at the spectacular Yas Marina circuit for the official launch of the next big thing in Indian motorsport. It's called the I1 Super Series, and they're aiming to make this the IPL of Indian motorsport. Franchisee-based, city-based teams and some of the best drivers in the world competing with fresh, young, eager Indian talent in some excellent wheel-to-wheel racing.
Just around 6 months after we brought you exclusive news of the Indian Motorsports League project, the I1 Supercar Series and its 27 drivers for the first season were officially unveiled in Abu Dhabi with some of the biggest names in motorsport racing wheel-to-wheel with young Indian talent.
For any sport to succeed, you need heroes. And we've seen that once you create heroes, people would follow. And if you'd been in Bangalore last year, you would have thought Chris Gayle was a Bangalorean. So we realized that if you can give heroes to people, if you can actually create a racing series where there are drivers who are heroes of representing each cities, then the cities would definitely adopt these.
The drivers will be drafted from a pool including ex-Formula One drivers, 9 Indian drivers with international experience, 9 young Indian drivers, and 2 lady drivers including ex-Le Mans Series and FIA GT racer Cindy Alterman.
I think it's a very, very great project, and I can't wait to go to the first race and really show what we will be able to do. I think to be part of an India project will help a lot the community to show what is motorsport and learn about it.
The interesting thing is that we have a new concept of racing, especially also together with the country of India, with young drivers. And this combination mix of experienced driver and young drivers from India is really a nice new concept of racing.
In its first season, the I1 Supercar Series will have 9 city-based franchises racing 2 cars each. Identical Radical SR3s. Built in the UK, these closed-wheeled, open-top prototype-style cars are powered by 1.5-litre engines, producing over 260 horsepower and can get from 0 to 100 in under 3 seconds. With a top speed of 250 kilometers an hour, the cars are slower than what the international pros are used to, but also offer young Indian drivers an easier learning curve.
It's not too quick. It doesn't have too much power. So for the inexperienced drivers, they can get a chance to build up confidence and get to the top on top of the car. It's fairly simple to get on top of, so I think the lap times will be very close and we will see some excellent racing.
The Radical car is pretty good. I mean, it's better than what we expected. This car probably will do 250 kilometers top speed. F2 we do 300. But otherwise, as a one-make series for the I1 Super Series, this is the perfect car because everyone has the same car, same level playing field. I think it's going to be a great series. I'm really excited, waiting for the first race.
While they can't compare to single-seat Formula cars, either in terms of technology or outright pace, the Radicals are reliable and will be ballasted for equal driver weight, something that should allow for close and exciting wheel-to-wheel racing. After the first set of unballasted practice sessions, 15 drivers had times within 0.3 of a second, with ex-Jordan and Sauber driver Heinz-Harald Frentzen topping the charts and Karun Chandok in third, the best of the Indians.
Well, the car is very well balanced, give you a lot of confidence, you can push hard. When we're going to be all together, we will make a super show, I'm sure, because there is no difference in between the cars. You have to make on the edge, you know, to make an extra fast lap, and that is what excites the drivers most.
I think they're good fun. I think it's like a big go-kart. It moves around a lot. You know, you jump over curves when you're braking. You know, the back of the car is moving around a hell of a lot. So I think you can slipstream the cars. You can follow another car much closer than you can in a single-seater. So I think the racing can be really good. So I think there should be plenty of bodywork rubbing happening in these races.
The inaugural season of I1 will see the series run an FIA-approved schedule of 5 race weekends in Malaysia, Bahrain, Qatar, the Buddh circuit in India, and here at Yas Marina. Racing will be T20 style with 2 sprint races of approximately 30 minutes per race weekend, with practice, qualifying and reverse grids.
And the best part of the race weekend is we get to ride shotgun with drivers like Arman. Arman, feel free to scare the crap out of me, man. I'm happy to. Let's go.
One of the more obvious advantages of the two-seat Radical is the ability to carry and scare the life out of passengers. Even with my not inconsiderable bulk on board, Arman was putting it sideways and hit a top speed of over 200 kilometers an hour while offering me ample opportunities to experience the incredible, gut-wrenching deceleration of high downforce cars under hard braking. So despite the initial skepticism, the I1 Super Series has taken its first steps, and both team owners and organizers are looking ahead with confidence.
Unlike cricket, football and other games where the addiction is because you play it also, in motorsport it's quite different. Just watching it, the adrenaline rush that you get, you get addicted. So it's about getting people to see. And once you are able to get them hooked onto it, then as you know that it's like more viewed than football all over the world. So it's just has to happen in India.
It's long been said that motorsports is a very expensive sport. Now on the organization side, double that probably. So what are your targets like in terms of revenues and just the money that you're spending right now, looking to recover that 1 year, 2 years, 4 years?
Honestly, we're in it for the long run. We could have gone out and done an auction format and probably we'll all be making money from first year. But we don't think the sport's going to develop that quickly in India. So we're looking at a time period of between 3 to 4 years when we start breaking even. We've got good interest from investors, sponsors. So from a business side of it, I think motorsport is here to stay.
The long-term success of the series will depend on close racing and of course attracting good TV audiences and sponsorship. But here today in the paddock, there is a real sense of optimism in the air.
And that just about wraps things up here at the Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi. The I1 Super Series has been unveiled, but only time will tell if the series will establish itself in 2012 in the motorsports world. That also brings us to the end of this episode of Overdrive. We'll be back next week with another year-end special where we look back at the cars, bikes and SUVs launched in 2011 and the year that was for the auto industry. Do join us then.